Welcome back. We continue this segment with the commodities update, and the commodity in focus today is ginger. Nigeria ginger is set to be the best in the world. In fact, in the international market, Nigerian ginger is rated as the best because of its potency and high level of oleoresin oil, which is the active ingredient most people look for in the ginger industry. Now, according to the Food and Agricultural Organization, Nigeria is the second largest producer of ginger in the world and first in sub-Saharan Africa. However, this commodity contributes less to the agri-export revenue. Let's look at this commodity. I'm being joined by one of the research analysts at Financial Derivatives Company, Tobiloba Ogugbolu. Hello, Toby. Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, why is it that Nigeria, of course, currently the second largest producer of ginger, but yet the commodity accounts for only 1.29% of the agri revenue? Why is it so?
Okay, let me first establish that the exports in Nigeria, the Nigeria export is about 1.29%. That's the percentage of the agri revenue. And that is so because Nigeria exports the crude. They export the crude in its raw form. That's in raw ginger form. So that is the reason why we have the decline in price. So the demand by top consumers, by top importers and top consumers, they demand more from India and from China. That is the reason why we have a decline in price. So they demand more from India and China, and since the demand in the commodity is like declining from Nigeria, so we have like a decline in amount for our export revenue. And let me also add that Nigeria, the global price for the commodity is about $2.23, and that is about 15% compared to the price we had last year. And we still have like about 1.29% of the export revenue, and this is not supposed to be so. This is because we export the commodity in its crude form. Assuming we go ahead and we process the commodity, we have ginger oil, we have some other processed commodity, then we don't expect to get that minute amount. So the reason we get that amount is because we don't go ahead and process just like other exporting countries such as India and China.
And what are the basic challenges? Why do you think we're unable to process this?
Okay, we're actually unable to do that because we don't have enough processing plants in Nigeria. There was one that was set up in Kaduna in about 1988, and about in year 2000, it was shut down. So it was shut down because they weren't able to maintain it. Yes, we know the government is doing a lot, but if they maintain this processing plant, then we'll see improve exports, and that would improve our own export revenue.
Now, what potentials do you think is daring, for ginger to actually? We are talking about, of course, diversifying Nigeria's economy away from oil. Does ginger stand a better chance?
Yes, definitely. Ginger stands a better chance because we are the second largest producer of ginger, and if we put more money, if we put more revenue into the commodity, if we work more on the processing plant, we'll see more revenue come from that angle. Because India and China, India, which is the top producing country for the commodity, they get a lot more revenue than we do. They produce about 1.1 million metric ton, but we produce about 560 metric ton. But that doesn't mean we still have the opportunity to get more from that commodity compared to what we're getting at the moment. Okay,
you talked about the price decline, which is about 60% from approximately 6,000 naira per 50 kilograms of the bag from 15,000. That was in 2017. Now, what will be the impact this on aggregate demand?
Okay, yes. We've seen the price of ginger to decline from about 15,000. That's for fresh ginger. There's fresh ginger and there's dry ginger. So fresh ginger from 15,000 to about 6,000. That's 60%. And for dry ginger, we've seen the prices from about 20,000 naira to about 8,000 naira. And that is because of the increase in supply of the commodity. So the increase in supply of the commodity has brought the demand down. And since ginger is a relatively inelastic commodity, the increase in supply of the commodity does not have a relative impact on my own consumption of the product. So there's not really an impact on the consumption of the consumer.
Okay. Now, what is the outlook for ginger price in the near to medium term, both international and, of course, the domestic market.
Yeah, and on the domestic market, we expect prices to decline further because September is the planting season, is the harvesting season rather. So September is the harvesting season. We expect prices to come down since we see more fresh ginger in the market. And for internationally, we expect prices to increase further because I said the price of ginger is about $2.23. We expect prices to increase further because the demand for ginger in Europe has increased.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Tobiloba. Tobiloba is one of the research analysts with Financial Derivatives Company. On the global oil market, prices fell today, with Brent futures set for their biggest monthly loss in 2 years on oversupply concerns after a report showed OPEC's output in July rose to its highest for 2018. September Brent crude futures fell 46 cents to $74.51 a barrel after rising nearly 1% on Monday. The September contract expires today, and the more active October contract was down 0.5% to $75.20. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were down 43 cents at $69.70 a barrel after rising more than 2% in the previous session. For the month, Brent futures are set to drop 6.2%, the most since July 2016, while WTI futures set to decline 5.9% to the biggest monthly drop since March 2017. And gold prices crept higher early today, supported by the dollar's slight fall against the yen ahead of a monetary policy decision from the Bank of Japan. Spot gold was up 0.1% at $1,222 an ounce, and U.S. gold futures were about 0.1% higher at $1,222 an ounce. And that's it on the program. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwabu.